So, welcome to a quick look at Evidence Required. This is a game I found that has been created for a game jam, the Goodware Game Jam Halloween Part 2 plus prizes, which is nice to hear, like a game jam with prizes, and I hope this game does quite well. It is an anomaly spotting game like Observation Duty, where you are looking at scenes from a fixed point and you're trying to see the things that have changed in those scenes over time and report them. It's a little different because it has a cute little intro and kind of sets the context a little more than a lot of anomaly spotting games do, which I think is why it kind of stood out to me, why I decided to, or one of the reasons why I decided to cover it. It's also a fairly good, if very short, anomaly spotting game. So we're going to jump in. We're going to have a look at the gameplay, just a short look at the gameplay because I don't want to give away the ending. Link will be in the description. I suggest coming to play it and giving it some love. Because it's a quick but fun experience. And once we looked at the gameplay, we will give a little bit of critique in the hopes that we can help it grow and help other devs work on their games. And that'll be the video. And it'll be a short video today. So yeah, let's stop jabbering on. Let's jump in and we can watch the intro a bit. It is a Unity game. We can expand it out.
Such a nice vacation. Let's see what's happening at home. Wait, why's the door open?
Hello, this is the police. How can I help you?
I have an uninvited guest at my home. Please send a petrol over to 345 Goodware Street.
Well, I'm sorry to inform you that in your regulation says that you need to send us at least 5 evidence.
What? Who came up with that nonsense?
But I don't make the routes.
Well, I guess I better start collecting the evidence now.
Right, so a somewhat cut off intro at the end there, but still a pretty good one. So this is our house that has been entered by an intruder, and a somewhat supernatural intruder. We're going to find out as well. We never really explained that bit. But anyway, this is our front lobby. This is our lounge. This is our bedroom, I suppose the master bedroom. Here we have a little side bedroom with a dartboard and things like that. And here we have the bathroom with no toilet paper. And then the kitchen, which is quite a nice kitchen. And now we are looking for things that have changed. I'm just using A and D to switch through the things, and if I spot something that I think has changed, like this door that's opened, which we actually have to report from, and we have that spooky guy who appears and menaces us for a bit, but he doesn't do any damage, and we can't unfortunately report him as a thing. Anyway, this door has opened, so if we left click on it and hold it down, and it goes green to suggest we found one, and we found 1 out of 5 evidence. These numbers at the bottom don't seem to do any... we can actually click on them. Okay, we can't press the numbers unfortunately on the keyboard, but we can click on them to switch through. So yeah, we've reported that. Unfortunately, it doesn't go anywhere, and one of the cupboards has turned into a shadow cupboard, so that's number 2. Bathroom still seems to be much the same. Actually, this looks dark. No, okay, it's just shadowed. This room seems to be much the same. No changes here. She's quite creepy. She actually does change. It's one of the anomalies. Lounge looks much the same. Oh, and creepy dude is there. Alright. Has the shadow here changed? No. It feels like... Oh, okay, so the carpet has disappeared. Maybe this kitchen is really getting a beating. So we just have that there weird bit of shadowing where the carpet was. And we're just going to find one anomaly and then jump out of the game. I think I found a rather obvious one. It's the eye. And that's it. I'm not going to show the last one. I'm not going to spoil the ending. But as you can see, it's a very short game, very fun little game. And really, that's my first critique is one that I often make for these games, because I only show games that I think are good. My first critique is I think this game is too short, too small. I'd love to see more anomalies and to take it a little bit further, but it is, like I said, just a game jam game, and those are always very constrained. So don't take my critiques as some kind of attack on the game for any such reason. I'm just trying to show things that I think post Game Jam should be focused on to try and take this game to the next level. And obviously for any other devs to come along and say, okay, these are things I need to look at in my game as well. That's what we do here. That's my goal. So yeah, if you were just here for the gameplay, thank you for watching. Sorry it's so short, and I hope to see you in the next video. Come and give this one a play. The link is in the description. If you are here for the critiques, well, you've heard my first one. Second one is that there's no real UI. You get dumped straight into the game with the intro. These controls are sort of, I suppose, functional, but I'd like it if the numbers did them. And there's no sort of quality of life sound controls or anything like that I'm aware of. The sounds are good. You've got that kind of oppressive hum that sort of really makes games like this where it's just in your ears. And then there's other sort of little sounds as well. Stuff starts happening in the background. I think the sound is really good. I do have a comment on the intro though, where he's got those text-to-speech kind of voices while claiming to be very proudly no AI. And I'd like to ask you guys if you think that those text-to-speech generators, do they count as AI? I mean, you might make the same argument that it's preventing, well, it's allowing the dev to not use a person or persons to be voice actors and to add voice to the game. And that's why a lot of people have problems with AIs, because they allow you to produce a bad version of what a real person would better produce, but obviously it's cheaper because you don't have to pay a person to produce it. Does this count in that context? Is that okay to use those? They've been around a bit longer. People are more used to them, and I think that's what makes it sort of be more, not allowable, obviously you can't force people to use stuff or not use stuff, but more sort of acceptable, sort of socially approved of. I don't know. That's why I wanted to leave the question up to you guys. You can consider it yourselves. I don't think it's a particularly bad thing. The game is still good, and it's a funny little intro, which a lot of anomaly spotting games don't even have. So yeah, I think it's good. The art again is very, very fun. There is quite a thematic contrast between the intro and the outro, and then the main gameplay. You've got that sort of cartoony drawing of holding the phone in your hand at the beach, and then suddenly you're in this very sort of green. I mean, I think the contrast is actually quite good. It sort of gives the scene and gives the setting and gives the shift and seriousness of the gameplay and things like that. But it's I don't know. It's thematically interesting to have those sort of contrasting views and how well they fit together. So it's another thing to consider. How do you feel about the shift in theme between the intro and the gameplay? Again, this is the Game Jam game. It's quite acceptable to have thematic shifts because you use the resources you have, because you got to get it done by the time limit and things like that. But in sort of proper games, is that something that would be considered a negative thing? Is that something that would be just considered interesting game design? I'd love your thoughts on the matter. I think it's okay. I think it works. I think there's a lot of contexts where it doesn't work and it actually ruins the game. I think in this case it kind of it was rather well done, rather neatly done. Bravo devs. The gameplay was solid observation duty style gameplay. The one thing that was a bit weird that was different, that I'm not sure I liked, is that when you do spot an anomaly and you reference it, a lot of sort of the observation duty games then make the thing disappear, make it return to the world, because the idea is that you have some kind of other team that has the ability to make the anomalies go away. Obviously in this game we don't have that because we're just collecting evidence of them, so it makes sense that the thing doesn't go away, but it does mean your sort of game world gets a bit more cluttered. I don't know. It's like, for some reason I don't like it, but I can't think of a way to justify why I don't like it. I think it is correct in the way that it works. I just don't like it for some reason. It's weird. But so maybe ignore my critique there. Just keep going the way you are, because I can't justify why I don't want it. But yeah, other than that, the gameplay is fine. It's smooth. It's pretty solid. And then just the immersion, which again I want to give points to the dev for, because this actually has an intro and an outro. It actually has gameplay sort of bookbinders, as it were, that gives the storyline, gives the context. We still don't know why we have a supernatural entity breaking into our house and moving things around, and I think more storyline could be built around that if this game was ever expanded more. But as it is, I think it's good. It's the correct amount of immersion to get us into, oh my God, someone's in our home. We're trying to provide enough evidence for the cops to come and boot him out. Yeah, I think it's great. And along those lines, I would love a game, an immersion duty, observation duty game where you are the people that come and fix the anomaly. I suppose it would be maybe like a Ghostbusters thing, where you have sort of like a weapon, but like the proton packs, where you zap the things and you have to have other equipment that you have to use to clear them out based on the kind of anomaly that it is. Because my imagination always just gets filled whenever I'm playing an anomaly spotting game, and you have a way to report the anomaly and then it vanishes. My imagination always goes, what did they do? How did they resolve it? What was going on here? Yeah, so I think that should be a game that somebody needs to work on. I think that would be very, very popular. Sort of, maybe not observation duty, but like the Exit 8 style ones, where you're not looking at the changing scenes from a fixed perspective. You're rather walking through the scene. If you find an anomaly, you should then switch to anomaly resolution mode, where you have this equipment that then makes the anomaly go away, rather than just reporting it or running away and going through a different sort of stairwell or whatever to report it. But you actually have to deal with the thing. Obviously, it'll be a much more complex game to make, which is why they haven't really done anything like that. But I think it would be quite a hit in that kind of market. And yeah, that's it from me. That's all of the commentary I am going to give on this game. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.